We have talked about the nth term of an arithmetic progression in arithmetic mean. So we are moving. So now we are talking about the nth term. Now we are talking about the nth term of an exponential sequence. The nth term of an exponential. The nth term of an exponential sequence. Of an exponential sequence. The nth term of an exponential sequence, Tn, is given by ar raised to power n minus 1, where a is the first term and r is a common ratio. The common ratio, r, is usually the ratio of a term to the one immediately preceding it. So it is T2 divided by T1 and T3, or T3 divided by T2, or T4 divided by T3, and so on. Now we move on to geometric mean, just as we had arithmetic mean. Geometric mean. The geometric mean is usually the term in the middle of a number of, in the middle of any two terms of a geometric progression. If P, Q, and R are consecutive terms. If P, Q, and R are consecutive terms of a geometric progression, are consecutive terms of a geometric progression, or you can call it an exponential sequence of a geometric progression, then R, which is a common ratio, is the same as is Q over P, and it's also R over Q, because we have said that P, Q, and R are consecutive terms of a GP. That means R is Q over P, and R is also R over Q. The common ratio R is Q over P, and is also R over Q. Okay, I think I want to use different letters because of PQR. Let me call this PQRZ. Let me call this. Okay, I want to use terms that are indeed consecutive. Instead of PQR, let me use X, Y, and Z. If X, Y, and Z are consecutive terms of a geometric progression, then the common ratio R is given by Y over X, which is the same as Z over Y, because we have said the common ratio is the ratio of a term to the one immediately preceding it. So if X, Y, and Z, I changed my letters because R is the same thing as what I'm using to represent the common ratio. So to avoid confusion. So if X, Y, and Z are consecutive terms of a GP, that means the common ratio R is Y over X, and it's also Z over Y. Therefore, Y over X is equal to Z over Y. And this means Y squared is XZ, which means Y is equal to the square root of XZ. Y is called the geometric mean. Y is called the geometric mean. And it is, Y is called the geometric mean, and it is the positive difference Y is called the geometric mean, and it is the positive difference. The positive square roots are that the positive square root of the product of X and Z. Y is called the geometric mean, and it is the geometric mean. and it is the positive square root of the product of x and z. We know that squares usually have two roots, but when you are finding geometric mean, you are supposed to, but when we are finding a geometric mean, we use a positive square root and that's why it is stated clearly here that y must be the positive square root of the product of x and z. So let's take an example, a very simple one at that. Insert, that means put two geometric means, insert two geometric means between 12 and 324. Insert two geometric means between 12 and 324. That means 12 and 324 are terms of a geometrical progression, and they want us to put two more terms in between them, two more terms in their middle. That's a piece of cake. Let x and y be the geometric means. Then what that simply means is that 12x, y, and 324 are in geometrical progression. I think that's clear. If 12 and 334 are terms of a geometrical progression and we want to put two more in between them, if you put two more in between them, that means 12 and the 2 with 324 will be in geometric progression. In other words, 12x, y, and 324 will be in geometric progression because all of them are going to be terms of the geometrical progression. So we know the first term, T1, which is A, and is given as 12. And 324 is a fourth term. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the fourth term of the progression, which is AR raised by 3 by definition, then is given as 324. So that means AR cubed is equal to 324. But A is 12, so that means 12R cubed is 324, and that means R cubed is 320. R cubed is 27. 324 divided by 12 is 27. R cubed equals 27, and R is 3. So we can find x and y now. X is the second term of the progression and is given by AR, which means 3 times, which means 12. A is 12 and R is 3. 12 times 3, and that's 36. While y, which is the third term of the progression, is given by AR squared, and that's going to be 12 times 3 squared, which is 108. Hence, the geometric means are the geometric means are 36 and 108. It's just as simple as that.